recording us?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to record us, sir.
I can totally film in here. It's a government building.
So we have the code.
Yeah, what's the code?
Can we go ask?
I'm not going to stop recording people here because it's my right, First Amendment.
The First Amendment does not protect your recording.
Yes, it does. Freedom of press. The guys that just enforced the law just left and told me I'm fine to be here, so I don't...
Well, they don't
do you want to like call them
necessarily-
back, or... I understand, you know, there might be feelings involved, but there's also rights and the law. Freedom of press is all you really need to know, man.
There are limitations
That's it.
on freedom of press,
Okay,
right?
well,
You
you're
can't slander
deputies.
people, you can't be liable, right? You understand
Right?
that as a member
Yeah,
of the media.
I'm not doing that here.
So you understand there are limitations on what...
I understand that,
Okay,
yes.
so-
And there are restricted areas.
So California
This is not
has
one
a
of them.
law that says you cannot video record people without their consent.
That's not true.
Do you have your ID on you?
No.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's story features SLO County Observer. Back in October of 2019, SLO went to explore the Santa Cruz County Government Center in California, which houses the assessor's office, county clerk, DA, courts, and other government offices. Shortly after his arrival, his camera catches the attention of one of the state employees.
Hi. Is this part of the court?
Yeah, do you have a question?
Just looking around. That was my question. Is this part of the court? There's like traffic tickets and stuff come here? Is this for like traffic tickets and stuff?
Are you recording us?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to record us, sir.
Is this for traffic tickets and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm allowed to record though.
You're actually not allowed to record us.
I am.
She disappears for a moment and SLO continues to record until Deputy Cummings and Lopez arrive on scene and ask him to leave because he is filming.
So we're going to ask you to leave.
What?
We're going to ask you to leave.
Why?
Because you cannot film in here.
I can totally film in here. It's a government building.
So we have the code.
Yeah, what's the code?
Can we go ask?
This is a public building. I'm allowed to record in here.
Actually not, there's a rule of court that doesn't allow you to record.
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely. I just went in the courthouse too. I filmed all around in the courthouse.
You're not allowed to do that.
No, they let me in. The sheriffs let me in. So
There's a rule of court that says that you can't do that.
Penal Code 632, man. So if we're admonishing you, otherwise we're going to go ahead and cite you up.
This is Tim Newman, but we will discuss him momentarily as he becomes a defendant in the lawsuit resulting from what you're about to witness. Deputy Lopez just claimed that Penal Code 632 is the reason why SLO County Observer cannot record in the government center. 632 covers invasion of privacy, which is basically when a person uses an electronic device to eavesdrop on confidential communications. Typically, this would apply to recording a telephone call without notifying the other party, or intercepting emails not directed to you. Applying this to capturing conversations held in public where privacy is not reasonably expected is ridiculous, and would almost never hold up in court.
Okay.
out of a public building.
So there's information on our website that tells you that you have to get an order from the judge in order to film in a courthouse. You can go to the website and look at it.
Got it. So, sir, this would be the penal code, right? So you can have that for your reference as well.
Privacy, PC 632?
Yes.
Okay, I'll hang on to that.
Perfect. Do you have any lawful business here?
Yeah,
What is it?
gathering information.
Okay, for?
It's none of your business.
It's none of my business? Why?
Yeah.
Because privacy?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. All right, so you got to stop recording people here.
Nope,
Okay? What do you mean?
no, I'm not going to stop recording people here
Okay.
because it's my right, First Amendment.
The First Amendment does not protect your recording.
Yes, it does. Freedom of press.
That wasn't just a solid own. This is a pathetic demonstration on why law enforcement has such a terrible image. Outside of the widespread recording of misconduct and brutality cases, most law enforcement officers seem to be the most ignorant of the First Amendment, which is wholesomely ironic considering that the very first page of the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office Policy Manual, the very first sentence describing the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics, states that they will respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. But how can you respect the Constitution if you don't know what it is? Now that we know Deputy Lopez doesn't understand the very first part of his job, what else do you think he and his comrades will get wrong?
Let me print you up the rule of court.
You can go ahead
I'll
and
do that. I'll give you that.
This is not a courtroom.
Outside.
I understand I'm not allowed to film in a courtroom. I understand that. This is not a courtroom. This is a public building.
This is part of the courthouse.
I don't care.
Well, it doesn't matter if you don't care.
What are you gonna do? Go ahead. You know what? I'll throw a lawsuit at you guys. Go for it. If you want to do something.
So what we're gonna do is, as long as you're not in disrupting business, you're completely fine.
Okay.
Cool. And then you got that paper for your reference as well?
632 privacy.
PC, yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfect. All right. So
Cummings and what's your name?
Lopez.
Lopez. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just so you know, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but when my rights get violated or almost violated, I get offended. So this is a perfectly legal activity. What I'm doing.
Yep. And I agree.
Okay.
We confirmed with the sergeant, so you're all good. I'm just gonna check in with them, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
After contacting their sergeant, the deputies confirmed that what SLO County Observer is doing is legal, and notify the window clerk that he can continue recording.
So you're completely fine to film. The one thing I ask is just try not to get inside there because there is some private information inside the booth. So you can film anyone in here, it's fine. Just try to avoid shooting it right in there, the open, because it does expose that, okay?
I mean,
So,
if you can see it from a public spot, it's kind of on the onus is on them. If they want anything hidden or consider it private, then they need to hide it. They need to keep it out of the public view. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So,
Yeah. That's it. So as long as you're not interrupting them or in line, you're gonna be good, okay?
okay. Have a good day.
You too.
Hey, is he still gonna print out that thing? Is he gonna give me the printout? Is he still gonna give me the printout, that guy? Is he?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it for you. So if
Okay,
you can
I'll wait
just-
right here.
Are you in the press or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That camera's still in that.
Yeah, I know.
You cannot do that for Penal Code 632.
Court Director Tim Newman said he was going to print out Penal Code 632 for SLO, but instead he emerges with a permission slip for SLO to fill out to request the ability to express his civil rights.
They closed the window because I'm recording.
Is that why they did it?
That's why they did it, man. He's gonna come out real quick. Here we go.
So I'll give you 2 copies. So
Okay.
You need to fill that out and.
Oh, I'm not
Judge.
gonna fill anything out. I thought you were gonna
No.
print up the law.
So we make all people who come to the courthouse who are members of the media are required to complete this in order to
Okay.
take any footage, record anything. There's a rule of court. You can read up on it. If you want to test it in
The guys that just enforced the law just
Yeah.
left and told me I'm fine to be here. So I don't.
Well, they
Do you want to like call them back or?
No, that's court security.
Okay.
So I'm the director of the court here.
Okay.
So I know the rules of the court,
Gotcha.
regardless of what they may tell you. So
The law enforcement officers.
so they might not be aware of what the rules of court are.
Of the
because
law?
they're- Yeah.
To be fair, after witnessing the misuse of PC 632 and their lack of understanding of the First Amendment, it doesn't seem to be too far-fetched that they may not know the law.
Well, it's
They just told me I'm free to do what I'm doing here.
well, they're incorrect. So you
The
can't- you
law,
cannot
the
film-
sheriff's department.
You cannot film the courthouse.
Okay, well
without
I'm
the
not gonna
judge's
stop. So do what you got to do, man.
order. Okay. Well, I'll go let them know.
Okay, they're gonna come back and tell me that I'm free to record here, man.
No, they're not.
They just did. I just had a conversation with them.
Yeah, the sergeant say you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine, dude. It's a public area.
Uh,
Yeah, I know. my partner and I were making a bet. We're like, hey, dude, I bet you anything within 20 minutes they're gonna get a call from myself and use recording. It's like, dude, it's a public area.
Yeah,
It
for
really
sure.
is.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Dude, that's like the second I saw you recording, I was like, hey, give me a good song. I already knew what you were up to.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to show people around the Santa Cruz government.
Dude, seriously,
office,
you know what? It's just that the First Amendment, freedom of press, freedom of recording, take pictures in a public area, it's completely fine.
Right.
And it's just that some people don't realize that.
They don't. These people.
And most of our videos, they tend not to, you know, validate that.
Right.
And you know, people freak out. Oh, you can't record me. It's a public area.
Mm-hmm.
You can record it anytime you want.
They gave me this PC 632. That's the law that I'm breaking, apparently.
Well, that's the court. This is a county building.
Right. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, man.
I totally, I was like, dude, 20 minutes, 18 minutes for me.
Yeah.
Specific concern.
But anyways, yeah, I know, dude. I seen that YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
I've seen
SLO County
I was
Observer.
watching them all like the past couple of weeks and stuff. And
Oh, for sure. SLO County Observer on YouTube if you want to see it. It's going to be up in a week or so.
I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
it. So I'm definitely gonna look for that.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too, man.
After a brief chat with a security guard who understands the Constitution better than the sheriff's deputies, Tim Newman returns.
Did you get that straightened out?
I did, and it's as I said, so.
It's what?
I said it, and it is as I said. You have to have a judge's order in order to be recording in the courthouse. So, are you refusing to stop recording?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Can I get your name?
yeah, I'll give you my business card.
Okay. I'm just here to gather information. I'm not
I don't know what you're getting.
causing any.
Maybe Clark's on but it doesn't give you any information at all.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. You have a form too.
Oh. Here, no. I don't want the form. Just the business card too.
Okay.
Thanks.
You don't want to read up and you don't want to know the.
I don't need a media pass. This is free press. So.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean.
If there are rules that apply to the press for recording in a courthouse, and you are part of the press as you claim, then they apply to you. It's not a First Amendment issue.
Well, this is a government building.
There are restrictions on the First Amendment. Right?
This is a government building, man. It's not the courthouse.
It is a government building. The government has the
Public.
right to, and the government has the right to regulate its buildings.
So, I mean, the law enforcement people already came and said, I'm fine to do this.
I'm working with them.
But you want to like make them come back and tell you again, or?
I'm just following the rules. Okay, that's all I'm asking.
You're not though. You're just misinformed, man. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give you the form so you can go and
Is this two copies of the same thing?
Yeah.
I'll just take one.
Okay. If you want to be informed, go read the rules.
Okay, for sure. So I'm gonna wait around until you get this straightened out, okay? I'll be right here.
I think one of the deputies is going to come up and talk to you. I mean, part of the issue is here, it's just out of consideration for other people who come up and they have court business. It's really about them. It's not so much trying to protect the court, but it's trying to protect people who they're having a bad day here usually when they're here, and they probably don't want to be on camera, and they don't want other people to be seeing what's happening to them. Same thing in the court building. It's like we have jurors and other people who are here, not necessarily because they want to be here, but because they're brought here for some other reason, and then to have somebody just kind of coming in and videotaping them. Again, consider their right to privacy, their right to be able to come to a public place and have their business heard without having somebody video record it. It's just not very compassionate or understanding their situation. So I just ask you to consider that. You know, you're in a situation because this is a county building where the deputies are a little bit at a loss of what to do. So you've accomplished that. But
I understand, there might be feelings involved, but there's also rights and the law and stuff like that.
I get it. And there are limitations.
If you can tell me I'm allowed to be here, if you can tell me that, I'll take off right now. If you succeed, I'll take off right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just gave you what I think is the rule of court that says.
I said it over there. Okay. I documented it all.
Okay.
So.
I mean, if you read it, I think it'll tell you that you can't.
That's to record courtroom proceedings.
No, but if you go in and you read the rule and you read what is defined as a courtroom, it would define both the entire court building. It talks about the entrances and the exits of the court building as
Okay.
well. So I think it covers.
Yep. So you said a deputy's coming?
Yeah, I think so. So.
You think so?
Yeah, he told me he was coming. So, I mean, they're busy. They're trying to deal with, we have, people
Yeah.
in court that they're trying to deal with, and that's
Two of
important.
them already came though.
What's that?
Two of them already came and
Yeah, I
talked
think the
to
sergeant was
me
going to talk to you.
and gave me the okay. I just want you to understand that.
Right, but again, I'm telling you that they're not always informed about rules of court. Like, their job is generally to patrol and understand law as it pertains to, maybe what things you can bring into the courthouse. But
Okay.
sometimes there are things that they might not know or be aware of, especially as you get patrol officers who rotate through here. They're not always experts on what happens in a courthouse. That's just kind of the way the sausage gets made. But,
All right. Well, I'm trying to make you understand. I'm allowed to do this. I'm allowed to be here. I understand people might get hurt about it, but I would have been gone by now if this interaction hadn't occurred.
Okay. Then what's
I asked a question. They got all offended. Didn't answer my question.
But you're not allowed. I mean, that's a whole different law. You're not allowed to be video recording somebody else without their consent.
That's not true. Again, you're misinformed. If you're in public, there's no expectation of privacy in public. This is a public building, a government
what
center.
authority are you using for that?
No, that's just common knowledge, man. It's
Comment on, but there's got to be some authority, right? There's got to be some legal authority that
for the
says
First
you can do
Amendment.
that, right?
The First Amendment is the highest legal authority
There are
right there.
limitations on
Freedom
the
of
First-
press.
There are limitations on the First Amendment.
Freedom of press is all you really need to know, man.
There are limitations
That's it.
on freedom of press,
Okay,
right?
well,
You
your
can't slander people.
deputies-
You can't be liable, right? You understand
Right?
that as a member of
Yeah,
the media.
I'm not doing that here.
So you understand there are limitations on what.
I understand that,
Okay,
yes.
so-
And there are restricted areas.
So California
This is not
has
one
a
of
law
them.
that says you cannot video record people without their consent.
That's not true.
So we'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
But
So
hopefully, if you got what you needed, it'd be great if you just,
if you tell me I'm okay to record in here, I'll take off,
I
man.
don't think you. Well, okay. So if I tell you you're okay to record here, you'll leave.
But I want you to understand that I am, man. I'm okay to record in here. The two deputies already came and told you that. And you just don't like what I'm doing, so you're making up your own rules. And the way you interpret the law.
Give you my what rule I'm going on.
That's to film and record courtroom proceedings. And I've seen that, and I know that. MC 500, I know that.
This is an extension of the courthouse.
Gotcha, man. Okay, well, keep doing you. I'm gonna hang around, I guess.
A short time later, Sheriff Yanez arrives on scene.
Hey, how's it going, man? Did you get called over here?
I did.
Oh, okay.
How's it going?
Okay. I just wish these guys would understand that this is a public building and I'm allowed to be here and record. So I've already talked to two deputies. They've cleared it with their
I'm
sergeant.
the boss here, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, what are you doing here?
Just recording. I was trying to show my audience the Santa Cruz Government Center. And I
Okay.
asked her a question and she didn't want to, she got all offended immediately, so.
You understand that she's serving like people that are coming here for court business, like.
I understand. I know her job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a question about a ticket or some court matter that you needed help with, she'd be happy to help you. You understand that? Okay, so.
Well, I'm assuming, but I mean, you're assuming that, but
What's that?
you're assuming that.
Do you have your ID on you?
No.
Okay, I need to see some identification and get your identification.
Why?
Because you're in a public building and you're recording in here.
I'm not going to give you ID.
Okay. I need to, okay? For the purpose of, this could be a security issue later.
I'm not going to give you my ID now.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. You're not going to give me your name or anything like that?
I'm waiting for the guy. I have business here with that guy in there.
Which guy?
The guy, Tim Newman, whatever.
Yeah, he already talked to me.
This
He
guy.
wants me to arrest you. So I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay? So if you won't give me your name, you won't identify yourself, I'm going to ask you to leave the courthouse. Okay? Leave the government facility.
The government building.
Yeah. The government
I have business here. I'll leave the area, but I'm going to go upstairs and keep looking around.
What business do you have?
Gathering information.
Okay.
I need to know how to send my people to different places and locations inside this building.
Who are your people? What do you mean your people?
I'm not going to answer any more questions.
Okay, well then you need to leave the building.
SLO County Observer is now told that he needs to leave the building, seemingly because he won't provide his identification. Reluctantly, SLO turns to leave.
I'll go with it. Are you going to escort me?
I need you to leave the building, okay?
What's going on? Why are
You want to
I
identify
have
yourself
business
real
here.
quick?
I don't need to identify myself
I have
to
a
you.
business too. and
I don't
have
need to
identify you.
identify myself to you.
You do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Actually, no, I don't.
I'm asking you to, and I have a right to ask for it.
Okay, you can ask for it. Go for it.
Okay, you need to leave the building. Hey, Rudy, you need to come over and help me with this one.
Can you back up, man? What's your
I'm
deal?
not backing up. I'm just waiting for you to leave the building. I'm going to follow you till you leave. At this point, you're disrupting the government.
No, you're disrupting my business here.
So here's the deal. I'm going to arrest you if you don't leave right now. Okay? Then I
For
will
what?
get your identification.
Can you just tell me for what?
For disrupting a government building. I have the code right here. I can show it to you
go
after
ahead
I
and show it
arrest
to
you.
me.
I'm not going to show it to you. I'll arrest you, then I'll show it to you. How's that? Your choice. Are you going to leave? You need to leave? Right now?
What's your name?
I'll give you my card.
Okay, yeah, let me get your card.
No, I'll give you my card after we're done here. Let's
Give me
go.
your card and I'll leave.
Oh, sure, I'll give you the card.
I just need to know where to file a complaint. 5200 Soquel?
You can file a complaint. Here's my name.
And also a lawsuit, man. You're violating my First Amendment right now. I hope you know that. Santa Cruz is open for a lawsuit now.
That's great. Good for you.
Dude, I have a lawyer on retainer, man.
Here you go. Here's my name.
That's your business card?
That's not my, I don't have a business card on me right now. It's
Come
my
on,
name.
Yanez.
Okay? You need to leave right now. Time to go.
Time to go. I'm leaving.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
SLO County Observer has now been arrested as he was walking towards the exit for PC 602.1b, malicious mischief, and 148A1, obstructing a peace officer.
Well, guys, that was some bullshit. They kept me in there for about 5 hours.
However, the charges were never filed, and the statute of limitations has since expired. SLO went on to file complaints on the officers, and when body cam footage was requested, the department refused, claiming that based on Government Code 6254F, if you make a complaint on an officer, they are not required to provide you with their records, because it would endanger the safety of a person involved in the investigation, or would endanger the successful completion of the investigation. SLO ended up hiring Dan Neer to sue the County of Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz Sheriff Mark Yanez, and Court Director Tim Newman, and because the court director was included in the suit, all of the Santa Cruz judges recused themselves, requiring the court to bring in a retired judge. The court has even given Tim Newman a free attorney, and he is not required to pay any of the filing fees under the court's claims that he himself is a government agency. Meanwhile, SLO has had to spend $30,000 pursuing this case, and has still yet to have a single discussion regarding a settlement. The reason that is all so important is because one of the only ways things change and policies are updated is through these lawsuits. I often receive emails and comments asking for updates or complaints that victims of similar incidents don't sue, and those are valid complaints, until you realize that a case that seems this simple on the outside has now been in motion for almost 2 years and has cost insane amounts of money that some people wouldn't be able to afford even if they represented themselves. A good question to ask is whether the court system is part of the corruption that permits tyrannical behavior by government officials. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and be sure to visit SLO County Observer's channel for new videos and continued updates on this incident. Thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like me to review, email it or send it in via Facebook Messenger. You can also view this and other content on my website. If you're new here, subscribe for future content. If you've been around for a while, remember to like, share, and comment down below of what you think of this interaction. Shirts and other goodies are available at the Teespring store linked below. Channel memberships start at just $1 if you'd like to further support the channel and get a slick lack logo next to your name. I'll see you in the next video. All links are down below.